Hey everybody, it's Margo from Keep Turning Pages. I've had a couple people ask for me to do a bookshelf tour, so we're gonna do that today for you right before we get all of our fall decorations up and everything. So my husband built these for me, and the bottom, the cabinet doors are not done. They're on their way. They're not quite done yet, so let's get into it. Okay, so this is the left-hand shelf, and on this top shelf up here are all of our classic books. So we have the Little Women set, Black Beauty I've had since I was probably 6 or so. I don't remember exactly, but I've had Black Beauty for a very, very long time. And it's over in the corner. You can see that it's a little bit worse for wear, but I've had that for a long time, and I've never actually read it all the way through. So it's on my to get done list. And then I have the whole Anne of Green Gables set, Jane Eyre, Anna Karenina. I have not read yet, but I want to. And then some other just really old books. My new copy of Pride and Prejudice. I've never read that one. I've never read that book. But we got this copy at Sam's, and it's gorgeous. And then back here I have some books that my grandfather gave me. He's got the whole Charles Dickens set, and he gifted that to me before he passed away. Some very old Little Women, Jane Eyre, Last of the Mohicans. I just really like old books. Those will never be read because I don't want to mess them up. So, and then as y'all can see, I have some bookshelfy friends. My very first bookshelfy friend was a chicken, and she's on the other shelf. I'll show her to you in a minute. But I just love the animals with glasses. So our cow up here is named Moo, and our duck is Beatrix, for Beatrix Potter. And then we'll go down to the second shelf. These are all historical fiction. So over in this corner, I have Jeanette Oke. I own almost all of her books. I did have all of her books, and then the flood happened. And then this bookshelfy friend, even though she doesn't have glasses, I had to put her on here. I just got her this weekend. I won her at a cystic fibrosis, Kentucky Cystic Fibrosis Foundation Family Day. And I named her Sarah because I have a really good friend who loves plants, and her name is Sarah. And so every time I look at her, I pray for Miss Sarah. But in the back, you can see that I have all of my Jeanette Oke books. And then I have Gilbert and Lynn Morris books. And then this is Gilbert Morris's series, and I have not read these. I've read like a couple years and years ago. I borrowed from a friend, and so I've just started collecting these as I find them. I actually was blessed and found like most of this set on Facebook Marketplace, and I got all of them for like $15, except for like 3 that I had gotten at half price books. So I haven't read through that series yet, just 1 or 2 books that I had borrowed years ago. And so that's also, I'm really trying to read my shelf. So that's also going to be on my list. And then if we go down to the third shelf, these are more historical fiction, because that is one of my favorite genres. Now, some of these are more contemporary, or I guess not contemporary, but more recently published books. And so my bookshelfy friend on this one is Wilbur from Charlotte's Web. And I just have several of the historical fiction back here. And then my little container for my bookmarks. And the bookmark container is sitting on a box that also has little heart-shaped bookmarks that go on the corner of a page. And so that is that. Now I have this Grace Livingston Hill book sitting out front and center. This is not the exact copy that I read, but Grace Livingston Hill's Crimson Roses is the very first Christian fiction book I read almost 30 years ago. Did not know Christian fiction existed. This was my sister-in-law's book, and I was home by myself one day, and I found this book, and I thought, I've read everything else I have. Let me read this, and I loved it. And so I asked her if she had more, and she's like, yeah, and I have a ton of Christian fiction. And I'm like, what's that? So she told me. And it just grew from there. So this little I Love You Lego thing is something that my son made me years and years and years ago, and I kept it. And then the little Lego man next to him, we went to a Lego show in Lexington last year, and we got the little Lego man from there. So that's on my shelf. And then this little box right here, I had a friend that was a missionary, and when they traveled, they gave me that box. I can't remember exactly which country it's from. I'm wanting to say Africa, but I'm not positive. And then we'll go down to the bottom shelf, and these are all of my mystery, thriller, sci-fi type books. And so I have I do have the Divergent series on here. That is not my series, that is my daughter-in-law series, but I have it on there just to so I can read it later and I don't lose it. I have Stephen James. I love his writing. I used to have all of his books, but those I lost in the flood. Made me very, very, very sad. And then The Coming One by Lee Watts is one of my favorites. Right up against the wall is just my box that my reading journal came in, and it's just a beautiful box, and I use it to just store different stuff in. I have not read the Ted Dekker book yet, so I might read that next. Actually, in this little section right here, I've only read The Coming One, The Prisoners of the Twisted Past, and Trust Me. All the other ones I need to read. So if you've read any of those, tell me which one to read next. And then I do have an Agatha Christie book on here. She is mystery. Normally I would put Agatha Christie on top, but that is a current book read book. I'm just waiting for my book club partner to get it. It's just me and one other lady, and she has been super busy and hasn't had a chance to get it, so I'm just waiting to start that one with her. And then you can see in the back under my blessings jar, those are Lee Watts sci-fi books. That is the first ever sci-fi book I read. And I liked it, but I didn't understand all of it. So I went ahead and got the other two books in his series, and I'm gonna have to start that completely over so I can kind of wrap my mind around the whole sci-fi thing. And then this is, these are my special books. I have never, ever collected a book just because of its cover. But as you can see, I have 3 copies of this book. And I bought the green one solely because it was a new cover and I had to have it. So when Lee Watts wrote this book, A Quest of the Dragon's Princess, when he wrote this book, he let me pre-read it and help edit it. And I also helped edit The Coming One for him. So, but he let me pre-read this one. And the purple cover is the original cover. And it was not ever supposed to be published because he decided to change to the white cover before he published. But there was a mix-up and it got published in the purple cover. So when it came in, before he sent them back to get them changed, he asked if I wanted a copy of the original. And I said, yes, I would love a copy because I really, really loved that cover. So he gave me a copy, and then he sent the rest back so that it could be published in the correct copy or correct cover, which is the white cover. He did not even keep a copy of the purple one for himself. So I am the only one that owns the purple cover, and I'm so honored that he let me have that. And then the white cover came out, and I bought that one solely because it was in hardback. Because I love hardbacks. I wanted a hardback copy, and I also wanted to support him because he's a phenomenal writer. Then earlier this year, I noticed that he had redone the cover, and it was now a green cover. And I'm like, wait a minute, I have the other two covers, and I am the only person that has the purple cover. I have to have all the covers. So I bought the green cover. And then if you'll notice my little bookshelfy friend, I got that dragon off of Amazon, and his name is Hubert because of the dragon in the book is also Hubert. And then the book beside Hubert is a light book. I have to charge it, but my daughter got me that for Christmas last year. And if I plug it in and I light it, it can change colors, you can close it, you can open it, and all of that fun stuff. So if you give me 1 second, I will set up the book so that you can actually see the covers. Okay, so here are all three of the covers set up side by side. The purple one was the first one, the original one that never published. I am the only person that has a copy of it. The middle one was the one that he published with originally, and then the green one is the newest cover. And they are all three gorgeous. I do think the green one is my favorite, and I'll get a little bit closer and let you see. It is just like a beautiful, mysterious world, and it is just, it's really just gorgeous to me. And then this is the white one, and then this is the purple one. Now there is one thing, the inside of these are all the same. Even though this one wasn't published, the inside of it's the same, and I will show you. The inside of the paper copy is all just words. But when he did the hard copy, he decided to add publications in it, and I do have signed copies of all of his books, and I hope to do an interview with him and give away a signed copy of one of his books. But let me see if I can show you, because this one has some illustrations in it. So it had an illustration, I missed it. So it has like the illustrations above the titles and stuff. That is not in the softback book. That is only in the hardback, is what he told me, that he only did the illustrations in the hardback. So that is all of the covers, and they are just gorgeous to me. And then hiding behind these books was, well, my little scanner so I can scan my books in, but also the Immortal series by Joanna White. I have been blessed to work with her and help her pre-read and do some arcs with her. I did not do arcs on the Immortal series, but I got these, and I have read Hunter, and I really enjoyed it. It is dark. It is a dark Christian, somewhat along the lines of Hunger Games and stuff, but it is a dark Christian. I wouldn't say young adults should read it, because it could be I guess traumatizing in some ways, because there's a lot of in-depth description in war and stuff like that. But it is a phenomenal series. It has beautiful covers. She has redone her covers too. So I don't know exactly which cover is available, but I have the entire set minus one book that I did order in the Kickstarter, and it just hasn't come in yet. Okay, and then down here on the bottom of the shelf, I have baskets. I did baskets because when my grandson comes over and I babysit and stuff, I did not want them to be able to just reach and pull all my books off of the shelves. Most of the books in these are nonfiction books. This basket right here is all my children's books. It is going to get moved to another bookshelf so that they can get to the children's books, but for right now, that is where it is. And then this one, I don't really have my nonfiction organized well right now, so I know this has some like school type books in it, things I could use for school. This is the Signs of the Ark and the Signs of the Creation Museum. I have a Spanish-English dictionary, how essential oils work, just different things like that. It's just a hodgepodge. This one is like studies and songbooks. So these are just down here in baskets to keep little fingers from getting to them and still look pretty. And now we're going to move over to the right-hand side of the shelf. Okay, so this is the shelf on the right-hand side of my TV. And at the very top, these are my Amish books, mostly Beverly Lewis. I do have some other ones like Lynn Austin, and then these are the oh, I can't remember who those were by. They're by multiple authors, but it's one series that follows the same characters. And it's sold by Guidepost. I have almost the whole set of those. Those are really, really hard to find used, though. And they're like $17 a book. So every one of them that I got was used. The first 13 I got off Facebook Marketplace for like $10. And I really enjoyed it. They're like cozy mysteries. My daughter has read the first one or two, and she enjoyed them also. And so I'm trying to collect the rest of those. And then the bookshelfie friend over here. So this chicken was my very first bookshelfie, and she is Spicy Chicken. So that's what I call her, because the way she's laying and stuff. So she is Spicy Chicken. And then the dog over here, we named him Hank. My husband and daughter read Hank the Cow Dog, and so we named him Hank for Hank the Cow Dog. And then my next shelf down is all my children's young adult. It is 98% young adult, but right here in the corner I have children's books that I don't want the little ones to have full access to. So those only get pulled off in red if an adult pulls them down to read them. These are all Alice in the Looking Glass, and they are all Bible stories. My sister-in-law introduced me to those, and I absolutely love them, and I will use them if I'm teaching the 3, 4, and 5-year-olds class and different things at church. And then all of the rest of these are mostly young adult, have Little House. Some of them I need to read. I've never read them. I need to pre-read them for my daughter and just see which ones we want to keep, which ones we want to move on. A lot of them that are in the second row back there are all Journey Forth books. I know they're all good. I've read several of them, but not all of them. And so I need to read those. And then the shelfie friend on here is Theodore. He was my second one that I bought. And I just love him because he's so studious looking. And that is my little strawberry shortcake lunchbox that I had when I was a very, very, very little girl. And it is metal. I do not have the thermos anymore, but I loved strawberry shortcake. And then these are my other middle grade. Most of these I have read. Jeanette's Foxcraft book is up there. I didn't realize that. So I read both of the Paxes. I've read When Hitler Stole Pink Rabbit. It's really good. The second one is missing because it's in my bedroom because I was going to read it. I did read this series by Ted Decker, and it was really good. And then I read all of the Hunger Games books. And then right behind the Thankful is the Moon Garden series, and I read all of that. I loved it. I am missing Moon Garden right now because I have that loaned out. But that is all my young adult. And then the next shelf down is contemporary fiction and autobiographies or biographies. So on this shelf is where I have all of my Jan Karen. And then I have some book club books. The Girl Lost, I saw advertised it, and I just cannot wait to read that one. And then behind that, I have Karen Kingsbury. I have several. I have Laurel Lee Luke and Pepper Besham behind there. Obviously, I don't have enough bookshelf room, but I do the best I can. And then these are all biographies, autobiographies, and stuff like that. And I have read several of those, but I have not read them all. And then on the very bottom shelf is all of my Bible studies, devotions, Bible-related books. So I have like What Hath God Wrought, and just a lot. The Waymaker is one of my favorites. A ton of, these are all from Journey Forth. If you see the J, let's see if I can get my finger in there. If you see the J at the bottom, you can tell those are all Journey Forth devotions, Bible studies, and I have several of those because I love Journey Forth books. And then this little feller down here, he is one of my newest ones. We named him Drover, also from Hank the Cowdog. And I saw him at Pop Shelf store and had to have him. And I'm so glad I bought him, but I'm lucky because he barely fit on the shelf. And then, of course, we have to have a candy jar, some sand art that my daughter did at her 5th birthday. And then again on the bottom, these are like where I keep my commentaries, some more like biographies and stuff like that, all nonfiction books in the baskets at the bottom of the shelves. And that's pretty much it for the bookshelf. In the middle is the TV. That was not the original plan. This was supposed to just be my cozy reading room, doing puzzle room. But when the basement flooded, our family room went with it, and we have not been able to redo it. So we had to move the TV upstairs. And praise the Lord, it ended up fitting perfectly between the bookshelves because it was not measured for that. It was not intended for that. This was supposed to be a sitting area. I really wanted my husband to cover the window and put another bookshelf. And he's like, no, I don't want to do that. Don't want to hide the window. I was like, we can take it down. Just take it down if we ever wanted to sell the house or something. But we never use this window. It always stays closed. And I wanted more bookshelf room. But he said no. So we decided to turn it into a cozy sitting area. And then it changed to the TV area because of the flood. And then above that is a flower made from a hymnal that one of the gentlemen at church, we just love Brother Conley to death. And he does the nursing home ministry. My son works with him on the nursing home ministry. And these were hanging in our church bookstore. And I really wanted one. I did not have enough money to buy it that day. And he was in there and saw me trying to get it. And I told the lady that was working at the bookstore, I said, I can't today, but if it doesn't sell, I'll get it next time. And then he bought it and gave it to me. And it was very, very sweet. He loves our family and we love him to death. So that's hanging up in the middle. And I think that's pretty much everything. So there is the bookshelf tour.